Hey everybody, I'm here with Carl from Out in the Stores. He's a Zip Challenge winner, and we're going to talk about what this ZP Challenge, Zip Challenge is all about, and how you win, how you get involved with some great advice. So, Carl, why don't you introduce yourself real quick?
Hi, my name is Carl Smith. I'm a department manager over Men and Boys at Walmart 2754 in Georgia, Waynesboro, Georgia.
All right, very good. And how long have you been with the company for?
I've been with the company a little over 5.5 years.
All right, very cool. Well, the first thing I got to ask you, so do you just call it Zip Challenge, ZP Challenge? Which one do you call it?
It's called Zip Challenge.
All right, Zip Challenge. So, what exactly is Zip Challenge?
Zip Challenge is the wellness program that's sponsored by Walmart for the associates. And I found out as well that customers can participate as well too. And every 6 months, they give away $150,000 in prizes, as well as in certain states. Georgia is one of them, where they give away $10,000 a month. Florida is one, and Texas is one as well.
Oh, really? And
Yeah.
so, what exactly is the program about? Is it just being healthy, or what is it?
It's about making better choices, better choices along the line of fitness, food, family, and money.
Hmm.
And it's over a period of, each challenge is over a period of 21 days.
Yeah,
And every time you make a better choice, either you use in the book that they provide, you use either this checklist or you can download an app that you can put on your phone and you can automatically track it that way as well. So every time you make a better choice, you would click off on it. Along the lines of fitness, usually I exercise about an hour and a half a day. So I'll click off on that.
yeah,
And like with food, it would be a better food choice. Instead of getting French fries and hamburgers, you decide you're going to go ahead and get a salad instead.
yeah,
Uh, just a better choice. Family wise would be like when I have a goddaughter in California. She likes to call and interact with me and tell me about what's going on. So I spend time with her. That's something that would be something that I would click off on. Or like anytime you spend time with your family, doing things like going to the park, or you decide to do a no technology day and play a game of Monopoly, things like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
And then like money wise, better money choices. Like I just paid off a credit card. Things like you put extra money towards a credit card. You put, like I have a bank that I have at home that, like if I spend $3, if something comes to like $2.16, I take the other 84 cents, put it in my jar. I just cashed that jar in, and in 3 months, I saved up like $84. And I use
oh,
that money towards like my vacation and things like that. So as you go along over the 21-day period, you click off on all the better choices you make, and the app keeps track of it, or you keep track of it on the form. And then after the 21 days is up, in the app, it'll tell you, congratulations, you've
yeah,
uh, you made it through a 21-day challenge. What have been the results of you fulfilling that challenge? And then you basically go into the good. I usually put the good as well as the bad because not everything is perfect.
yeah,
But it's one of those things that you just put what matters to you and what's relevant that you want the Zip people to know.
yeah.
And once you finish that, you click off on it. It's an entry, and
Cool.
they compile the entries. And once a month, well, I know in Georgia, once a month, they get together and they decide. They narrow it down to the top 50 and then the not top 25, and then finally down to the top three winners. And they give away a $5,000 prize, a $3,000 prize, and a $2,000 prize. And
And
then
you've gotten one of these prizes before, right?
yeah, I won it off the fall winter challenge,
Awesome.
and that was in 2018. And that was the big one where after 6 months, they compile all the entries and they narrow down for the top 100,
Yeah,
and they do the same process. And I was one of the 23 people that won.
yeah.
So, I mean, it was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's so cool. Those are the areas of life that are just really important to focus on. I love that it's 21 days because they say it takes 21 days to build a habit, right? So you're
Change of
building
behavior.
Yeah, building healthier, better decisions turn into better habits. I think that's really cool. One of the things that I love about you is I get on my Instagram and I see you with these motivational messages. What got you started doing that?
In my previous job, I was a store manager in a convenience store. So a lot of times it's challenging because I was in California. The pay is not that great, and you try to motivate and inspire people to rise above. You do things that show them that you appreciate them. And a lot of times I would get them together, and it's every day is not perfect, but it's perfectly made.
Yeah,
So my thing is I try to motivate people. I try to get them enthusiastic about what they're doing and be positive, because the money's not necessarily the incentive. You've got to work.
yeah,
But at least if you have a positive work environment where people are happy and joking and smiling, it reflects off you onto the customers, and they come back. And
yeah,
that's the beautiful thing.
yeah. Yeah, and you're helping somebody else out. But I love it. I love that I can go on there and see, and you give me some words of encouragement throughout the week. So I'm going to put you on the spot here real quick. If somebody was watching this and they were wanting to make better decisions, maybe join the Zip Challenge, what advice would you give them, or how would you inspire them to take that leap?
I would tell them, hey, take a chance on it. And the beautiful thing about Zip is it doesn't have to be continuous. You can stop doing it and then you can just go back to it, because, like I said, not every day is perfect. You're not going to be able to accomplish. And my focus was on the fitness initially because I'm a diabetic. I ended up at the end of 2016, I got a toe amputated, almost lost my foot. And at the end of 2017,
Oh,
I had
wow.
a toe amputated on my other foot. So
Yeah.
my focus is to get me back in order. I had a couple of uncles that passed away from diabetes, but they died. They were losing body parts, and that's not the path that I wanted to go down. So when I looked at that road, I said, let me go ahead and really focus in on Zip. And when I was out healing, I really got involved in the exercise and really got dialed in. My A1C when I initially started was at a 14.7, which
Hmm.
is the level of sugar that was on my blood cells. And I actually got it down to a 7.9.
All
I
right.
lost 50 pounds. I took my blood sugar level, which was regularly in the 300 range. I'm down in the 70 to 100 range, which is considered normal. And my renal function went back up to, I think, about 65.
Yeah.
So overall, I became a better person. And in the fact that ZP was the focus, it empowered me. And the thing that I like about ZP is the only person you're accountable to is yourself.
Hmm.
And you get out what you put into it. If you approach it with integrity, you're going to get things out of it. You're going to get benefits. And that's why I didn't have a problem with sharing my journey, because let's face it, we all need motivation and inspiration. So if people see what my struggles were and how I got through it, it might be something. And I'm finding out there's people that Eleanor contacted me today because I didn't put a message out there for the last couple of days. So I put one out there today,
Okay. I
and
saw it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I didn't think people were paying attention to it and if it was that relevant. And I got feedback that, what's going on? Why aren't you doing the messages?
Yeah.
And that was part of the book challenge for me. It helped me become a better person, be able to empower people to do what they need to do to succeed.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, Zip gives you all the tools. The app itself on the phone has many different things. Um, there's the even app that's in there that you can utilize to help save money. I've been taking like 3% of my checks every paycheck and putting it into a separate savings account. I've got almost $200 sitting in there since I started building that back up after I came back from vacation. There's different food apps. There's Ask Amanda. She's a medical specialist, and she answers questions for people. So I mean, it's an all-in approach,
Hmm.
and Zip sets you up not to fail.
Yeah.
If you decide that you're going to go ahead and do it, I tell you, get the book, read some of the stories in it. It's one of those things that it's truly life changing because it's changed my life. I
Yeah.
mean, I ended up. This is the Georgia book. They featured me in that one, and then the beautiful thing was this was the book, the last session book, and they featured me in that one as well. So I guess somewhere in China they know who I am,
Yeah.
which it's crazy. And when I went to shareholders last year, there were people pointing at me because they knew who I was.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an experience in and of itself. Zip invited me to the shareholders meeting, which I got to see Walmart from a different perspective, which was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And I've
Yeah.
influenced a couple of people that one of the people in my store, his name is Justin. He just won $1,000 in the December monthly challenge. And then there was a gentleman that is in the current book. I met him at the Zip Challenge. I mean, not at Zip Challenge, at the shareholders meeting. His name is Sunday.
Yep.
And he reached out to me because he saw my post and he asked me, what is Zip? And
Yeah.
I explained to him how the program worked and everything. And he got into it, and he actually ended up winning $5,000.
Oh, wow.
And he thanked me, and I said, no. I said, I just gave you the information you need. You did what you needed to do.
Yep.
And he's been motivational and inspirational, and actually getting other people to do it as well.
I follow him on Instagram too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's
Yep.
intense.
Yeah. Cool.
And now what I do with Zip is I'm what they call a Zip star. And what I do is I go to other Walmarts and I go on a monthly basis and I tell them about the Zip program. I check to make sure they got the brochures and the information they need. And if they want to download the app, I show them how to download the app. And then there's people I check in on and see how they're doing with their Zip challenge. And I think a lot of it has to do with if you reach out and you talk to people and you make contact. I'm on Facebook and Instagram a lot. I'm interacting with people that are doing Zip because that's what empowered me is when you see people reacting and it's like one of them, I think her name was Michelle Godchild Dunn. She's like, you're always responding to my posts. And I said, I'm always going to be your ultimate cheering squad because I want you to succeed.
Yeah.
And it's very empowering.
Yeah. Well, Carl, thank you so much for taking a little time out to explain to me what Zip Challenge is, how to get involved. You've done a great job. Congratulations to you because it sounds like you've made some amazing changes. And you've been, more than that, you've been inspiring other people to make better decisions. So kudos to you, man. That's really cool, really powerful stuff. But thank you so much for your time, and look forward to chatting with you again soon.
All right, and I'm going to keep posting, and I appreciate the time, and this was awesome.
Cool.